The price of the first house is raised by 10%. That is 16 into 10%. So that will be equal to 1.6. We compare each one with the number of days. So and then we have to decide whether it is the inverse proportion or whether it is the direct proportion. When there are more number of laborers, I need less number of days. When there are less number of laborers, I need more number of days. So this is also in inverse proportion. Hello everyone, I am Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. I welcome you all to this session. In this session, we will be working out some more problems on ratios and proportions. So let us see what this problem holds for us. So two merchants M1 and M2 enter into a partnership. M1 puts in rupees 23,250 and at the end of 4 months he adds 3,750 to the capital, while M2 withdraws rupees 3,000 at the end of 7 months. So at the end of the year, M1 and M2 receive equal share of profits. So how much M2 puts in the first? So it is a problem there. So we will assume that M1 and M2 they put in rupees X in the beginning. Let M1 and M2 put X in the beginning. That is investment. Their investment is X of M1 and M2. Now, M1 will be investing 23,250 into 4 plus 23,250 plus 3,750 into 8, whereas this M2, he is withdrawing. What is the investment of M2? So I write 7x plus 5 into x minus 3,000. So we got this equation here. So here we get, so M1's investment will be 23,250 into 4 plus 23,250 plus 3,750 into 8. So this will be equal to 7x plus 5 into x. So x is the amount invested by M2. So 7 into x plus 5 into x minus 3,000. So x is the amount invested by M2. So this will be equal to, when we simplify this, 23,250. So in the next step, we are getting 23,250 into 4, I am getting 93,000 plus 23,250 plus 3,750 into 8, I am getting 53,250 equals 7x, 5 into x is 5x minus 15,000. Now I simplify both of this. So 93,000 plus 53,250 plus 15,000 equals 12x. Now, I'll add all this. When I add all this, I get So here when we add all this, when I add 93,000 plus 53,250 plus 15,000, I get 1,61,250 equals 12x. So x will be equal to 1,61,250 250 divided by 12, I get 13,437.5. So this is the answer. So this is the investment made by M2. So investment made by M2 equals X. So X has made an investment of 13,437, whereas Y has made an investment of 23,250 rupees. Now the next problem. So the ratio of the prices of two houses was 16:23. 2 years later, when the price of the first has been raised by 10% and that of the second by 4,770, then the ratio of the prices become 11:20. Find the original prices of the two houses. Now we will assume that let the prices of houses be 16x and 23x. So what is given here? 2 years later, when the price of the first has been raised by 10% and that of the second by 4,770. So the price of the first house is raised by 10%. That is 16 into 10%. So that will be equal to 1.6. So I'll write it as 16x plus 1.6x. So in this problem, let the prices of the houses be 16x and 23x. So by going by whatever is given in the problem, I got the equation as 16x plus 1.6x is to 23x plus 4,770 equals 11:20. Now I multiply these two, the means and the extremes, I multiply. So this will be equal to 20 into 16x plus 1.6x equals 11 into 23x plus 4,770. Now when I multiply this, so we got the equation here, 16x plus 1.6x equals 23x plus 4,770 equals 11:20. Now I multiply the means and the extremes. So I get 20 into 16x plus 1.6x equals 11 into 23x plus 4,770. So 20 into 17.6x equals 253x plus 52,470. So when I simplify this, I bring this to the left hand side of the equation. So 352x minus 253x equals 42,470. So 99 equals 52,470. X equals 52,470 divided by 99. I get 530. Now x value is 530. So I am given the ratio of the houses is 16x and 23x. So I multiply 60 into 530, I get 8,480. 23 into 530, I get 12,190. So this is the answer. So this is the second problem which we have done. We'll go to the next problem. If 18 pumps can raise 2,170 tons of water, so we have to make a note of this. 18 pumps, 2,170 tons of water, 10 days, working 7 hours a day. In how many days will 16 pumps raise 1,736 times, working 9 hours a day? So we have to see what is given. See what is the pumps they have given, then water, then days, then hours. So 18 pumps, 2,170 tons of water, 10 days, 7 hours. Yes, next they have told 16 pumps, 1,736 tons of water, 9 hours a day, So how many days? So we don't know the number of days. So we write down the equation and whatever is given in this format. So 18 pumps, 2170 tons of water, 10 days and 7 hours. So 16 pumps, 1736 tons of water. We don't know the number of days and we know the number of hours is 9. Now we compare each one with the number of days. So and then we have to decide whether it is the inverse proportion or whether it is the direct proportion. Now if you can consider this pumps, so 18 pumps it will take 10 days. So lesser pumps means more days. So pumps. So if it is lesser pumps, it means more days. So if it is more pumps, it means lesser days. So inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. Pumps and days. If you can compare the pumps with the days, so they are in inverse proportion. Then compare the water and the days. So water 2170 tons of water, it will take 10 days. So less water means less days. Now next we will compare water and days. So it is in direct proportion. Then we compare the hours and days. So 7 hours, 10 days. So when there is less hours, more days, more hours, less days. So I will compare hours and days. Again it is in inverse proportion. Now I write down this equation as, so now this pumps and days are in inverse proportion. So this is 18 by 16. So I will write it in inverse, 16 is to 18. Then water and days are in direct proportion. So I write it as it is. 2170 is to 1736. Then what about the hours? They are in inverse proportion. So again I write it as 9 is to 7. Now this is as 2. So number of days is 10 is to x. See, I get this. See, this is in inverse proportion. So when it is in inverse proportion, I write the second number first and then the first number. So when it is direct proportion, I write it in the same way as days, and see, 2170 is to 1736. Here also 10 is to x. So this is in the same proportion. Whereas in inverse proportion, I write this number first and then the beginning number. So when I multiply all this, I get 16 into 2170 into 9 into x equals 10 into 18 into 1736 into 7. So this will be equal to, I write it as 10 into 18 into 1736 into 7 divided by 16 into 2170 into 9. So when I simplify this, I get x equals 7 days is the answer. See, first thing is we note down whatever is given in the problem. So number of pumps 18, water is 2170, days is 10 and hours is 7. So whenever we are using 16 pumps, 1736 tons of water, number of days is x and number of hours is 9. So we have to see what is in inverse proportion and direct proportion, and we write down this ratio and then we get the answer as 7 days. So within 7 days they can do this. Then the next problem, if 30 laborers working 7 hours a day can finish a piece of work in 18 days, how many laborers working 6 hours a day can finish it in 30 days? Now we have the laborers, 30 hours 7, then days 18. How many laborers working 6 hours a day can finish it in 30 days? We don't know X. Now we will have to compare the laborers with hours. So if it is hours and labors, so if the hours are less, then the labor will be more. So it is inverse proportion. If the hours are more, then the labors needed will be less. Then next is days and labor. When the days are more, the labor will be less. When the days are less, the labor will be more. So I will write days. So labor. Again, it is in inverse proportion. So, when there are more number of laborers, I need less number of days. When there are less number of laborers, I need more number of days. So, this is also in inverse proportion. So, I write it as, so 6 is to 7, then 30 is to 18 is as to 30 is to 6. So, this is the equation I am getting. See, I am writing the second data first. So, 6 is to 7, 30 is to 8, and then this, since this is in inverse proportion, I write this 30 as first here and x here. Now, I multiply all this. So, I get 7 into 18 into 30 equals x into 6 into 30. So, this x will be equal to 7 into 18 into 30 divided by 6 into 30. 30 gets cancelled. 6 3s are 18. X equals 21 days. So, this is the answer. So, when we have to just decide whether it is the inverse proportion or the direct proportion, and we have to take the ratio in that manner. Then, the next problem, the ages of two brothers, Jayanna and Vijayanna, are in the ratio of 7 is to 6. If Jayanna is 15 years 9 months old, then what is the age of Vijayanna? So, they have given us the ratio of the ages and age. So, 7 is to 6 is as to 15 years, 9 by 12 is as to x. So, we don't know the value of x. So, that is Vijayanna. So, we multiply this. So, 7x equals 6 into 15.9. So, 15 into 9 by 12. So, x will be equal to 6 into 189 divided by 12. So, we have here a ratio of ages and age. So, the ratio of the ages is 7 is to 6 is as to 15 into 9 by 12 is to x. So, 7x equals 6 into 15 into 9 by 12. So, when I convert it into an improper fraction, I get 189 by 12. So, 7x equals 6 into 189 by 12. 6 will be cancelled here. I get 2 here. This 2 I am just multiplying it with 7. So, 14x equals 189. X equals 189 by 14. So, that comes up to 13.5 years or 13 years 6 months. So, this is the answer. Now, the next problem. A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C to 2/3 ratio. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio. So, this is the ratio of A is to B is 3:2 and C's share is 2/3. So, calculate the new profit sharing ratio. So, I write let the ratio be 1. So, the entire profit is 1. Now, C's share will be 1 into 2/3, that is 2/3. Now, C's share is 2/3. So, I am left with 1 minus 2/3. So, remaining share will be 1 minus 2/3, that is 1/3. Now, if you can see here, so the C share is 1 into 2/3, that is 2/3. So, the remaining will be 1 minus 2/3 equals, so 1/3. It is to be shared between A and B. So, A's share will be 1/3 into 3/5. So, A's share will be, here it is 3/5 and B's share will be 2/5. So, 1/3 into 3/5, that will be 3/15. B's share will be 1/3 into 2/5, that is 2/15. Now, we have to see C's share will be 2/3 into 5/5, that is 10/15. Now, if I have to see what is the new profit sharing ratio, new profit sharing ratio equals 3:2:10. 3:2:10 is the answer. So, this is the new profit sharing ratio. So, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 10 is 15. So, this is the new profit sharing ratio. Now, the next problem. Divide rupees 680 among A, B and C such that A gets 2/3 of what and B gets 1/4 of what C gets. Now, divide rupees 680 among A, B and C such that A gets 2/3 of what B gets and B gets 1/3 of what C gets. Now, take C's share as base. So, C's share equals 1. Then, B will get 1/4 of C. Then, B's share will be 1 into 1/4, that is 1/4. And A's share will be 2/3 of B's share. So, A's share will be 1/4 into 2/3. So, this will be equal to 2/12. So, A's share is 2/12. So, I can write it as 2/12 is to 1/4 is to 1. Now, when I bring all the ratios equally, so I will write it as 2/12. Now, 4, if I have to make it into 12, it will be 1/4 into 3/3 and 1/1 into 12/12. So, this will be equal to 2/12 is to 3/12. Now, when we write the ratio, I get 2:3:12. Now, 2:3:12. So, I add 2 plus 3 plus 12, that will be equal to 17. So, when I divide So 2 is to 3 is to 12 equals 17. So I get 680 into 2 by 17. So this will be A's share, then B, then C. 680 into 3 by 17, 680 into 12 by 17. So I get the answer as, so when I divide A 680 into 2 by 17, I get 80. So B share will be 120, C share will be 480. So this is the answer. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you.